We here at the Game & Saloon Riff Tracks always support any and all that are involved in the creation and distribution of any show we feature, and will encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Gaming Saloon Riff Tracks for February 23rd, 2013, with your host, Peacemaker2448.
Rampant Epsilon.
And Tommy Gun 2442.
And the YouTube video started on its own. At least the main page did, so.
Seriously?
Yep, thank goodness I ignored it. Deleted it immediately. Alright.
Wow. Wow, leave it to us to have so many technical difficulties and be 30 minutes late.
Well, it's not like we weren't 30 minutes before last night, so.
And this time it was not me. You cannot blame it on me. Owned.
I could, it just wouldn't actually go anywhere.
Well, it wasn't my fault, so you can't. So, ha!
We'll blame the internet, and technically we can do that.
Anyway, I'm back from having a week off because I was down in Atlanta at Monster Jam.
Yeah, don't ever do me that way again.
Honestly, it would have been earlier, except the Falcons decided, oh, we're going to be good and get to the playoffs. And then go, oh, wait, we're in the playoffs. We need to suck.
Yeah.
Bravo, Falcons. Thank you for blowing it. So hard.
That could be taken perverted. I'm
Only you.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Only you.
Although I will say, Monster Jam in Atlanta has been better in past years, but I think we've had the most breaks this year. And I think that was the main problem. And by breaks, I mean several trucks broke way early in freestyle, so it's kind of, that didn't help the show. Anyway.
Block, I hear typing.
Hang on.
Okay, I'm hanging on. Do I need to let go anytime soon?
Okay, you're good now.
Anyway, we got two recaps we need to do this week because, first and foremost, we didn't watch these two didn't watch Kabuto last week. So we need to recap that before we get back in the Kabuto. But first, we need to recap what actually happened last week, which was Air Gear 4 and 5.
Yeah. Episode / trick 4 and 5, whichever way you want to call it.
Although I will say,
my opinion on this, I would call it episode 4, an episode that tells you absolutely nothing, but that's just me.
I will say, Glock, from what little I watched of the show last week, when you were talking about the trick thing for the name for the episode, that's just a naming scheme.
I guess so, yeah.
Super Sentai does it all the time.
Yeah.
And theirs make less sense, because Q Ranger right now, it's Brave 1, Brave 2, Brave 3, Brave 4.
What does Brave have anything to do with it?
It's something. I'm not quite sure. I need another episode of Q Ranger to really decide on that show, so. Anyway, I'm just going to hand it off to YouTube to give us a little recap of what happened last week.
Okay. Who starts it, me or him?
You can have at it because I raged a good bit last episode.
Okay. The first episode that we did, Air Gear 4, we met Bucha, who is the leader of the... Oh crap! What was the gang he was the leader of? He was the leader of some. He was the leader of some F-class gang, Or was
was
it an E-class?
ghost related, I
A-class.
believe.
Yeah.
A-class, if I'm
Okay,
not mistaken.
he was... No, because the guy said that he wouldn't beat anything, he would never be an E-class. No matter how many F people he beats, he will never become E-class. Yeah, I remember that. But anyway, it's some F-class gang.
They were ghost related, and that's about as much as I saw, because I was playing the episode alongside listening to you guys.
Yeah. He is some F-class gang leader, and basically, our main character, Iki, decided they were going to put their emblem on top of his gang's emblem. And that's basically calling them out, saying, hey, we want to fight you. And, yeah, so they ended up having the parts war, which is basically if you beat him, you get parts. So, and of course, for some reason, Air Gear has this fondness of doing it in 2 parts. So, they did most of the battle in the first part, which is episode 4, and the very end of the battle in the last part, which is 5, and of course, as Tommy said last time, Part 5 did nothing except for half of the show, which was them beating Bucha and winning the emblem.
Which, no offense, that was predictable from the end of episode 4.
But didn't you kind of think that
mean,
they would at least try to do another... You even said they could have at least fit,
I would have
some
thought they
type of
would have
battle.
tried to did something productive with the other part of the show. But all in all, I feel like episode 5 was literally doing nothing.
Okay, I do have one question. I know the guy was like related to Tank, like the main dude from that gang. Did either one of you make a Left 4 Dead reference?
No,
I
I
am
missed my
sorely
shot.
disappointed in the both of you.
I
Sorely
missed my
disappointed.
shot.
I thought about it, but I didn't do it because I didn't know if there were any gamers out there that would understand the reference.
I am sorely disappointed in the both of you.
I wanted to do it so bad. You can't be disappointed at me for not doing it. Come on. I mean,
Glock.
what?
That's Pace's rule number 1. It don't matter if they know it or not, you make the reference.
Ugh, I don't know that rule.
That's why the walk the dinosaur thing was attached to Key Ranger yesterday for my TGS quick draw. It didn't matter whether you knew the reference or not. I don't really understand the reference, but I understood, hey, this is thing that gets related to dinosaurs a lot. So I'm doing it, since I'm going to talk about the show anyway.
You know what was bad?
What?
The sheer fact that I just made a reference there and Glock probably missed that. The awkward silence there speaks volumes.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
I said the bad thing was I made a reference there, and you probably missed it.
What was the reference?
When I mentioned about Pace's rule number 1. Yep, I knew that would fly completely over your head.
What?
The thing is, I've not seen the movie yet. I know that so well because
What?
it's an internet reference.
It's a what reference?
It's a reference to Fight Club, I believe.
Actually, that was not what I was thinking, but that works too. I was
Okay.
thinking NCIS. You know how Gibbs has rules?
Oh, yeah! Gibbs is awesome. Gibbs slap.
I'm sorry. When I hear anyone say rule number 1, I'm thinking, oh, it's the Fight Club reference. Because people do that reference all the time. And I've never seen the movie. All I know is that's a thing in the movie.
That's why I said that works too, but that wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Sounds like you all had fun last week.
If you want to call it that. I called it aggravation because XSplit did not want to play nice with Google Plus at all. So
Yeah.
Hence why I'm using Minicam this time. You know what?
I noticed
Screw
that.
XSplit plus Google Plus.
Well. Now, 2 weeks ago, we looked at episodes 3 and 4, and saw Kagami be central to those 2 episodes for the most part, and Tendo still be an asshole.
And anyone that listened to last week's episode realizes why we're reviewing this too. I did leave it out for the simple fact of I wanted all 3 of us to discuss it instead.
Since it's the main thing we're doing this season. I don't know if I need to explain more than that, because the bulk of that episode is going to be in like the cold opening for episode 5.
Yeah, that should catch people up to speed and begin the episode 5.
Yeah.
I guess since I know we do have a viewer there.
Yeah.
Probably 2, because I don't know if one of us is watching the video too. But
I have the video up.
I have it up, but it's paused on my end, so I don't know.
I have it paused too, but still, it'll show. Or I don't have it paused. I have it muted.
Ah, so you are the other viewer. But I
Yeah.
guess let's kind of just discuss this so far then.
Try to talk slowly because she doesn't know a lot of German, or not. She doesn't know a lot. Well, she knows English, but it's difficult to understand to her.
I get it.
Glock, you feel like you probably sounded like a complete idiot right there because I mean, no one's mentioned her up till this point. Now you do. Way to go, Senor Dumbass.
Yes, I did talk about you. Is there something wrong with that, Senya?
And now you're calling people up. I know.
It's fun to call people out.
Fucking dumbass.
How is that bad? How is that bad? It's fun.
Did you ever think it might not be fun for the person you're calling out?
Exactly. It was meant as payback.
I could so totally mute you right now. So totally mute you. And not lose a wink of sleep over it, too.
Anyway, okay, where do you want to start with discussing Kabuto episodes at this point?
I didn't like it.
Beyond like an overall sense.
Yeah,
Like all the specifics of the show.
His kick thing is stupid.
More. How about we go character by character, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so since you brought him up, let's start with Tendo Suichi, aka Kamen Rider Kabuto.
AKA the stuck-up jerk. I mean, not... Sorry, couldn't resist piping in right there.
No one want to start talking about Tendo?
No.
I thought Glock would, seeing as how he can see what's going on in our chat over there, and we're trying to fix issues during the show, which is never fun.
Okay. He's a jerk. 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 He's a jerk.
All right.
Remember
tough to
smack him in the
sympathize
back
with
of
him.
the head.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. It's tough to sympathize with him because he just gives off this aura as
I'm better
the
than you.
character that, yeah, like he is Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Not the wrestler, just the term in general. I mean, that's really the best way I can describe him, because unless you really get to watch him and get a sense of how he acts, it's like, yeah, he's kind of a dick.
But that's also kind of his thing.
Yeah. His point is to be a dick to everybody except his sister. And he just flat out lies to his sister all the time. And that's his character. I mean, the other one you can kind of like is Kagami. And even then, he just gets tossed around and is treated as an idiot. Well, treated as a bumbling fool, actually. Not as an idiot, just a bumbling fool. And it is pretty much there for Nintendo to use however he sees fit.
Alright, now I'm getting pissed.
Why?
Because it's irritating the ever-loving crap out of me.
Oh.
Yes, the other side is irritating the crap out of me.
Technical difficulty, son of a goddamn bitch.
Well, actually, this is a good thing because that means we have more time for the, other difficulty to fix.
Hey, moron. That's what we're having problems with, is the problem.
Oh. Son of a gun!
Yeah, the problem that we kind of... I'm just going to say it. The problem that we kind of can't pull up the videos.
Well, I can pull up the videos, but that's because I have copies on my end.
Same here. Oh, that you work... Ooh.
It's not my fault. It is your fault because your video links are not working. Ha!
No, you're not going to believe this.
Is it working now?
I put the URL in the bar. The stupid thing works. That explains why. Gotta be kidding me. Stupid internet coding. I'm blaming HTML for that. That's all there is to it.
Alright.
I figured out what was wrong with it, and I'm getting it to work now.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I still don't know what wiped him off of the site, but okay.
I'm putting up the rest as the show goes along, so we should be fine.
They're working now?
If anyone watching refreshes the page, they should be on the page now. If you're watching on the YouTube page, please go to our site, tgsr.dyndns.org, and they are listed there.
You should probably drop a link of that
I'm
in the
still getting the
description.
free hosting cloud. I'm confused. What am I clicking on?
Did you refresh the page?
Yes, I did.
Or did you just now refresh the page?
Refresh the page now. Okay, goes down.
Oh no.
Clicks episode
You
before.
son of a...
I told you!
Did I not click save? Did I not click save or something? No, I clicked save. What the fuck are you doing, you stupid site?
Well, as we delay just a wee bit more, do you want me to explain the basic plot of what Kabuto is?
Go for it. Pardon me as I mute my mic and kind of get pissed.
Okay, for those of you new, here's the basic plot of Kabuto. Okay, a meteor has landed in the city that had these worms on it. Worms are just a term for them. These worms can perfectly mimic anybody.
Why would they be worms then?
It's the term that they call them by.
I know, but I mean, they don't look anything like worms, and they can mimic anything they want. So a worm has none of those things.
This is from the they're called worms by Zect, who are the ones who are fighting against the worms. I'll remind you, Zect names everything after frickin' insects, so that's why. They have a thing for insects, so that's probably why they call them worms. Anyway, like I said, Zect is his organization that fights against them, and they have the Rider technology to transform people into riders, which can fight the worms on the same level as them. You'll kind of get the rest as we go along through episodes 5 and 6. But that'll get you set up. Tendo, he's just some guy who had a copy of the belt somehow that Zect just made, and he's fighting the worms, except Zect doesn't like that because he's not part of Zect. And
It's basically a big... there's a big gap in there that doesn't explain how he got it.
Consider that a plot hole for now until it gets explained in the show.
Okay.
If it does get explained in the show.
Okay.
I'm better now.
Is it working?
Probably not.
I guess I'll list off the episode names for the episodes we're watching. We're on, for episodes 5 and 6, we have Order to Capture and My Flower. I'm not going to announce it in Japanese.
Oh, come on. That could be fun.
No.
You take the fun out of everything.
Shall I read the episode description that I have on Wikipedia?
Yes.
Okay. Connection between Hiyori and Tendo is seemingly discovered as Tendo makes a promise to Hiyori that he might have to break after Zect discovers the identity of Kabuto. So since we're watching that eventually, thoughts going into that based off that episode description. And if anybody can remember the preview. Because I don't. I've been watching Hibiki today. Which, I will say, is a far better show than this. Nope. No one has any thoughts on the episode we're going into?
So getting pissed off right now.
At all?
I have no thoughts so far.
Glock?
Mainly because this thing's being a jerk. The files are there, the files work, the files don't link. They just don't link. Why?
Tommy, does it make you feel any better that I'm putting the rest up as we speak?
A little. Not
Okay.
much right now.
Alright. I can't bring up an HJU forum thread that I saw a little while back that I don't know about. It's essentially some guy kind of defending both Tendo and Tsukasa, saying he's tired of the hate the two characters get, and explains why they shouldn't be getting as much hate as they do. And also uses that one thing everyone says about Kabuto that I completely disagree with.
He's not that bad of a guy?
No. It's that Tendo's not the main character.
Oh, yeah. That's so.
Kagami's the main character.
But Tendo is the Kamen Rider. That is such bull.
I say this: who are all the conflicts centered around? Whose name is the title of the show? Who were we focused on for most of the time in the episodes? Oh, that's right, not Kagami for all three.
Got a point there.
If you want to make a case that the writer is not the main character of the show, the only show you can do that with is Hibiki. And you can only kind of make that argument. Because in Hibiki himself technically isn't the main character. Asuma is. But I would say they both share the main character spotlight.
Oh, so confusing.
You don't know how irritated I'm going to be right now.
But that's just my thing. It's like Hibiki you can make that argument with because because Hibiki himself shares the main character spotlight with Asuma, and we spend a lot of time with Asuma alone. We really don't spend that much time alone with Kagami and Kabuto. If Kagami's there, most of the time Nintendo's not that far along in the scenes. And
Okay,
one of the main things about
I'm gonna try it.
And one of the main things about Hibiki is the bond the two share. Which really works in Hibiki. It makes me scared for the second half because apparently Hibiki goes downhill severely fast in the second half of Hibiki. I mean, like, really, really, really bad. All of the typing noises.
Sorry.
Kind of wish we had some people talking in the chat and try to kill some of this downtime as we try to fix problems.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
How's about you talk about... I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. I hate when I do that.
You want me to talk about Hibiki more?
You could.
Since it's kind of related.
Wow, I can't believe we just did that.
Hibiki. Well, Hibiki is the show that comes before Kabuto.
I'm gonna throw my computer. It's locking down.
Yeah.
Really, it is?
Yeah. Because it's Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Fives, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Den, Kiba. I have that drill into my head because of Decade.
Oh God, no.
I only say that because Decade's final form, the whole thing about how he activates his final form is he has this touchpad thing and he clicks on every single one of the main riders in their show order.
Wow.
That's the only reason I remember it. And I remember
I'm gonna
Neo
try
Haze.
this and it may fail epically, but yeah.
And I also remember the Neo Heisei order because I watched them in that order, and that's how they came. That's the only real reason why. So yeah, Hibiki is. It's like what I've heard Go Busters described as a bit of an experiment because it's not traditional Rider in a lot of ways, if that makes sense. Like if you were to pull up pictures of Hibiki, he doesn't look like what you think a Kamen Rider would look like. And if you see him standing in a group shot with other riders, he stands out. Like Shin, except not as bad.
Huh.
Like, I'll pull up a picture of Hibiki right now. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Sorry for the quietness, guys.
Shut up. No, I'm kidding.
Nope, not in that chat, the other chat. There's a picture of Hibiki I posted in the Google Plus chat.
One moment.
I'm kind of waiting on a response.
I'm kind of doing stuff, so hold on just a second.
And I wouldn't hear the entire conversation.
I'm talking about Hibiki, and I posted a picture of Hibiki to explain how he's not like traditional rider shows, and he himself does not look like a traditional Kamen Rider.
No, he honestly doesn't.
Yeah. And if you see him in a group shot, he stands out. Kind of like Shin, except not as bad. Because Shin stands out pretty bad.
Sorry, guys.
And also the thing about Hibiki is how Hibiki and all of his associated riders in his show fight is with music. Except they make it a good concept.
By the way, if I sound agitated, don't worry about it. It's because of family at the moment. I'm kind of aggravated right now.
You're gonna say something, Tommy?
Cue sight.
Tommy, you're gonna say something related to Hibiki right there?
No, I was getting pissed off at the side at that moment.
Okay. Because I know you two see the picture of Hibiki. He is, do you see the drumstick he has? I'm assuming. Yeah, he fights by pulling out the pad he's got on his chest, on his belt, placing it on the big monster, and then drumming. But they make it a cool concept because they explain why they use this is because it's of the sound. Because the enemies they fight, they need to fight with sound, and their weapons create the sound in order to destroy these monsters. Plus, every single monster they fight every week is a giant monster, like giant crabs and giant bull porcupine things, and giant flying fish, and giant other animals.
Alright, we're gonna do this. Anyone wanting to follow along with us right now? Right-click the link for the episode down there. Copy the link location and open a new tab. Pasting it is working. Why the link is failing to work is beyond me. I'm sick and tired.
The requested URL was not found on this server.
No way. No. Freaking way. Really?
Yeah, I just tried it myself.
This is like the worst technical difficulties that we've ever had.
Okay, it's working for me.
Might need to refresh the page. Maybe.
Why is it bringing up some weird logo in the first place?
That I don't know.
I'll
just be flat honest.
It's supposed to be downloading the show episode.
No, but I guess that works.
Okay, it's
too.
working. I just
You're
tried
gonna
it
have
and
to give
it worked.
me. You're gonna have to give me 4 minutes.
It didn't download it, but it worked.
For me, it's downloading it literally.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna redo all of that idea there, and try to see if I can't just get something similar to how our old archive system was on the old site.
Take this.
That's the only thing I can think of right now to do.
Yeah.
And with that, I may need your help getting them up in a different format, so you might want to just wait where you're at.
Okay, and I gotta figure out how to stop this. I know I've done it before.
Right click, stop, and remove all down there in the queue.
Okay. But in case you're wondering, they don't all fight with drums. Ibuki, you meet early in the show, fights with a trumpet. Zanki and Todoroki each fight with guitars. No, like legit, like full-on guitars that they use as axes. And they jam into an enemy and they just strum away.
Huh.
Ibuki, he shoots bullets into an enemy and then blows the trumpet and they vibrate the bullets he shot into the enemy. Ibuki is interesting. But again, I say, I've heard so much crap about how the second half is just this downhill spiral for the show. It makes me scared. Because I'm up to... I'll have to look at it real quick. I'm up to 23. I'm just about to hit the part where Hibiki gets his second form. And I know I'm not that far away from I'm not that far away from the second half. I know I'll hit the second half when the intro changes. Because that's the kind of the marking point between the two. Once you hit the second intro, that's when the second half comes because the staff is completely different. I don't know what else to say about Hibiki.
I don't either.
Anything else you think I can talk about for a bit? So waiting on new information about Battle Ride before I drop a pre-order on it. Also still waiting on Bluefin to release Flame Style Wizard figure art. It's out already, but I'm picking it up through Bluefin and they haven't released it yet, at least not through Amazon. And they keep telling me, we don't have a specific release date for this, so we'll try to get it to you as soon as possible. I'm like, I know. Don't send me emails about telling me, oh, that we don't have a release date yet for this. Just send me an email when you have a damn ship date for it. I got my TV on Discovery right now, and they're doing the inside story of Argo.
Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
I'm gonna look up on my phone. No emails. HJU just posted another episode. They're Gosei and the robot thing, where they give voices to both Gosei and the not Alpha and Megaforce. I'm sorry, the thing needs just to be called Alpha Number because it's Alpha. Don't tell me it's not. He has the vocal tick that Alpha had. The episode of Megaforce came out today. It was kind of good. The transition of the Japanese and American footage bugs the ever-loving shit out of me.
Could talk about the new feature on the site.
Which would be
the recent news panels over there under the tag board.
I'm looking.
I've got it set up to show the last 5 news articles we post. I'm thinking about also doing something similar if I can find the RSS feed for the blog.
Oh, that's cool.
Not sure about the blog one, but the news one I know is there. It's kind of the last major thing I've done to the site because I'm out of ideas.
I can give some more thoughts for Borderlands 2.
Okay, shoot. While we're waiting on Slowpoke to download.
It's not my fault.
It's been pretty good, but I think I need to start over because Zero doesn't really fit for me. I mean, I like the part that he kind of focuses on sniper rifles, but his abilities are not really my style. Although he does have a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
What Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
You've activated my trap card. He says that when he goes invisible. It's like, you fool, you've activated my trap card.
Awesome.
I swear almost everything in Borderlands is like a reference to something. Kind of the point.
Awesome. Even Claptrap?
He's probably said a reference or two at some point. Although I am so glad they give you every opportunity to kick the ever-loving shit out of that little shit knocker. And they also make no qualms about making Handsome Jack the biggest dick in the world. And I love that fact. It's like, Handsome Jack is a dick. And we're going to make sure you know that. When it comes time to kill this son of a bitch, and I think you do at some point, it's going to be so satisfying. And I'm happy. Because it's making me hate the villain. Because, you know, I should hate the villain because, I don't know. He's the villain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Batman made it work because people don't hate the Joker, and yet they all know he's the villain.
Well, you can do that, but sometimes, look, we just need to make you hate the villain because it's the villain. Sometimes you're not supposed to like the villain.
He's got a point there.
Yeah. And also, just a tip, don't pick up every gun you see. It's like, if you don't need it, and if you don't have the room to go drop off to a vendor to sell it, just don't bother. And I think I have an assault rifle that shoots grenades. I think. I'm not sure what it shoots. All I know is it shoots something explosive. And I like it. And I also have a gun that, when you press the reload button, you don't reload, you don't just take out the clip and put in a new one. No, you throw the gun and then teleport in the new one. And the gun you threw explodes.
Awesome.
It is ridiculous, but I like it.
Everyone loves ridiculous. Okay, that one's...
And also, the vehicle controls are like Halo, except not good. Or, I wouldn't say not good, just floaty, and it reminds me of the Mako, which is kind of a bad thing, because the Mako was not good.
Okay, that's episode 5. Now I've got to download episode 4. Or 6, whichever one I'm doing.
Episode 6.
Sorry, I'm just...
If you've got episode 5, then we could technically go ahead.
Yeah, because it should download while we're watching.
It should, but right now I'm highly irritated. Just give me a minute, please.
Alright.
Thank you.
No.
Tommy, don't screw with me right now. I'm serious.
Orange.
But I've liked Borderlands 2, and I only have it because my uncle got it and I got to try it. They also had the new Medal of Honor, but I was like, eh. Can't remember what else he had. He picked up for cheap from somewhere to sell. I'm out of things to talk about.
Yeah, no.
Just talk about something. Just, please. Something to get my mind off of what's going on right now.
Talk about how I'm gonna build a light box. But
talk about something in history. I don't care. Just something that'll get my mind off of this.
I'm building a light box and I'm gonna take pictures of my figures.
Cool.
Probably post them up.
Talk about your project that you're doing about, you know, interviewing people. I don't care.
I'm interviewing these two for a college project. I'm trying to think of something. I don't know. Saw the previews for Wizard and Q Ranger before the show for next week, which somehow those are up before the Raws.
Huh.
I don't get that because that's the end of the episode previews. And we're getting a Green Ranger focus episode next week for Q Ranger, and we get the second half of the Beast focused episode that we're getting tomorrow. Maybe from overtime. They've usually been. Last week the stuff wasn't out until Monday, so we may not get it till Monday. It all depends on when overtime gets it out. Jetman manga came out today. The scanlation for the Jetman manga came out. Apparently that's such a great show. At least according to Keith Justice from HJU, which I go, alright. I know I like the Jetman tribute episode from Go Kaiser, so I'll probably check that out at some point. I've got some of Geki Ranger downloaded, but I haven't gone back to it. But it seems alright. That's some angry typing I hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Ollie, have you played anything recently?
Not really that I can think of. Which
Except
is surprising.
I've been playing Borderlands 2, and I went back to Decade Duels and played that, and I've gotten... I don't know whether they've decided, oh, we're going to make the game better, because I had to re-download the game for some odd reason, and now you can buy starter decks, or starter packs. Woohoo! And I've done better on a consistent basis in the game, but I still haven't made it to the finals to face either Jack or Yusei. I'm kind of hoping to get enough, get all the cards for the Elemental Hero deck that one of the NPC characters runs. Because if you beat a character in the game, you get their deck recipe, so you can run their deck without creating it on your own. Not just run an Elemental Hero deck, because I like that. It's the entire point. Summon different Elemental Heroes to fuse them together in various different ways to summon better monsters. It's the entire point of the deck. And I like that. Whereas my deck right now, its essential purpose is, you don't do the thing that you like to do. I just summon big thing. I just summon things that hurt. You don't summon the you. I'm just gonna stop you from doing the things you do. And it's not so much like a full-on counter deck. It's just filled with a whole bunch of magic and trap cards and various monster cards that will negate or destroy certain cards on the field. And I've found that to be very effective at times. As long as my deck doesn't hate me and not give me anything when I need it. Because apparently I don't believe in the heart of the cards bad enough.
You don't believe in the heart of the cards?
Do you get the reference?
Yes, I got the reference.
Okay.
But why do you not believe in the heart of the cards? It's
because sometimes my deck won't give me anything to counter when I'm in a bad situation.
It's worked every time for me.
Then again, I think I've said this before about Decade Duels on record, that I swear the AI will cheat sometimes. And it's not like, it's not like, that basis kind of came. And I give this example. Okay, say you have 2 magic cards on the field.
Okay.
One will destroy the big monster that they have. One won't. And you want to destroy the big monster they have. And let's say they activate a card that will destroy one of those cards. Most of the time, they're going to pick the card that destroys the big monster. If you give the AI choices, it will pick the thing that will hurt that will hurt you the most, even though it can't see the cards.
Huh.
Or it's supposed to not see the cards. And that's how I've explained how the AI kind of cheats in that game. Is that it knows what you've laid down and laid face down, even though it shouldn't. Or if it does, it works and uses that to its advantage, which sucks. But otherwise, I've liked it. It's something Yu-Gi-Oh! Related that I can play every once in a while and have fun with it. Because I've been interested back in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of KZX streams where he's playing where they play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro actually. And they will do some ridiculous maneuvers with the decks they have. It just makes me go, this is probably why I never really wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Between people, because I'm like, wait, you played 5 different cards to do this one thing. Okay. Although, and they showed this on stream, there's a puzzle where you have to recreate the final play Yusei does from 5Ds. And you have to do it legitimately, so you can't do it quite like they did on the show. But you can pull it off, which is really cool. And I won't explain the whole thing. You're essentially tuning one of the main dragons for Team 5Ds with the rest of the dragons from Team 5Ds to summon Yusei's ultimate dragon card. Which is really cool thematically and visually.
How many dragons are there?
5.
Okay, so I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you're tuning the 5 other dragons from the 5 other 5D's team members in order to summon Yusei's ultimate version of his dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool, especially since they do it at the end of one episode, and then the very next episode they play the intro for a bit, and then they switch to the recap footage of Yusei doing the whole move to the song, which is really cool. Even though 5Ds is card games on motorcycles. But I don't have a problem with that, because Why are you taking it seriously? People are playing card games and it's a big sports spectacle. You're not supposed to take this seriously.
Why is the download not working? Son of a gun, I'm gonna have to restart the download.
Technical difficulties. I'm not gonna say the rest.
Sure you
Sorry.
I don't think this show's gonna be an hour and a half. Since we're talking about that's our average usually. Or our average up to this point.
Yeah.
Okay, we can try to start. I highly doubt that it's gonna finish if it does what it did again. We can start though. Let me get my media player up.
Okay, so we can start with episode 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Okay then. Just
Not
tell me
Toshiba. Do I go to Toshiba video player or Windows video player?
whichever one you want. It won't really matter.
I think Windows media player will work better because I can actually turn the volume up and down.
I'm using Windows. I have no clue. I don't know what Toshiba is.
Toshiba sucks because you can't even turn the volume down.
Oh. Tommy, I have no clue what you're using to watch this with.
I'm using Windows Media Player.
Alright.
If I can find the video player. I know what to do, never mind.
I was about to say, you could probably right click and do the open with and get it through there.
Kamen Rider 4. Can't find Kamen Rider 5. I know it downloaded, what the heck? There it is. Windows Media Player. I'm sorry, guys. I was just highly aggravated at the moment. I needed a small period to calm down.
I'm not saying anything.
It would be best if you didn't. I'm ready. I'm queued up and ready.
Alright, we're gonna be starting up with episode 5. I forget the episode title. Son of a... Hang on. Order to capture of Kamen Rider Kabuto with subs provided by our by TV Nihon. Ready on both ends?
Yeah.
Ready.
Alright, starting up episode 5 in 3, 2, 1, go. You know, this is made worse by the fact that he can probably hear the 1, 2, 3 rider kick. At least I have to think. Unless it's for dramatic purposes, he can't.
Might be that.
Oh, Tails being followed by the one chick. Isn't that the Zek chick?
I believe so.
Okay, she is the Zek chick. Well, we're starting off this episode with a sinister note.
Wow, it's quiet.
I was just kind of waiting on the intro to be done, because I don't think we have anything to really say about the intro anymore.
No.
You know the reason I'm quiet.
It's the same intro we've had since episode 1. We've made all the comments we can about the intro. Because you're just the unlucky son of a gun this week. Ooh, right in the jugular. And he's mummifying? Oh, this is gonna be a record.
Acid was injected into his throat.
This is gonna be a record beatdown for Zach.
Hey, they're doing it. Hey, they're doing it. And wait for it.
Wait. Oh, come on. The thing can clock over already. Why'd you stop shooting? Keep shooting! Come on, you got your in this clip machine on. And... What? Aw, why are you gonna steal the Zach Troopers moment? They're about to destroy one. What do you mean different group? You're all Zacked. Should you be fixing your bike with those clothes on? That doesn't seem like a good thing to be working on a bike with.
Hey, Jeremy, you're echoing.
It's echoing now.
I don't think so.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Still is?
Yeah.
What the hell? How about now?
Yeah.
Is it still echoing?
It's very, very faint, so it's okay.
Probably be like 2 seconds behind just because for some reason the video decided to pause while I was unplugging and replugging the damn mic in. I haven't paid attention, so Kagami's talking to his father about something. I don't know. I missed that. You could just ask.
Is she all of a sudden so bummed because the guy skipped work?
Not really. She's acted the same kind of way the entire time we've known her, so...
Oh, I haven't noticed.
Flashback to 7 years ago as we see the meteor crash.
So this has been going on for 7 years. The Kamen Rider... When did the Kamen Rider appear?
The beginning of the show, so... 7 years from this flashback.
Okay, so he didn't appear. He didn't appear when the meteorite hit and all the worms started. Okay, that's what I was thinking. See, I wasn't here at the beginning of the show. I don't think I was only here.
You've been here since the beginning, I believe. Right?
I don't think I was here for 1 and 2. Thought it was 2, or I thought it was 3 and 4 that I appeared.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll mute my mic.
That's not stupid to do at that moment. Wait, we have a moment where Tendo's not a dick? Oh, please tell me this is a normal occurrence from here on out. Please. Okay, so you're gonna let the worm loose just to lure Kabuto out. Why are we capturing him again?
Because they don't like him, and he's using their belt apparently without permission.
Wouldn't you ask more where he got the belt to begin with?
Yeah.
This is not gonna end well. And that's probably why she didn't want to go out. Not really. She said she didn't have a reason to go, and she couldn't, so... He More of her mysterious drawings that will probably have importance somewhere down the line. But you're drawing one. And you steal another line from your grandmother.
Yeah.
There's a counter joke to be made with that one. As I was about to say, do not do your bit. And he's gonna go chase it down because, not telling Tendo about that would probably be a bad thing. Don't run after. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Didn't he almost get killed by one last time?
Yes. Here he goes, running after one. Acting all suspicious like. Yes, send the ominous looking person that we have no clue who is. You're all part of the same organization. You could just tell them, hey, look, we're after Kabuto. No offense. We know you like him, but look, we gotta catch him.
Because, yeah, we and everyone else don't like him.
Yeah. Maybe. I do like that description of him, since he loves to use that line.
What line? I missed it.
To describe Tendo as the walking the path of heaven guy.
Yeah.
Look, you probably tech these Zek guys. If you can beat the worms, you're probably one step above them already.
Yeah.
Just go defeat the worm. Yes, it's a trap, but it's not like you're not gonna know that going in.
She didn't even say sorry?
Nope.
Wow.
Chalk up another victim.
So that's 3 victims?
Plus how many ever you can count off screen. I was about to say, it's probably Kagami. Oh, yeah, no, wait, yeah, it is. Yes, him again. No, actually doing his job. Oh, now
Oh,
Tendon
crap.
decides to show up. What?
Yeah.
Glock, what happened? Did we have the freeze frame as he transformed?
Yeah.
He was right there, right with the worm. I mean, it wasn't like he. Okay.
What's with the thing on it on the worm's wrist that looks like a freaking baton that's like stuck to his wrist?
It's probably a claw. That might be the best time to cast off. Unless you're gonna clock up immediately. Thank you, announcer guy, for explaining that.
Again.
For no reason.
He's gonna fall for it. He's going to fall for it. Really?
And we didn't need to zoom into the belt every time he hit the button.
God, why are the worms so stupid?
I have no clue. Especially when they're so smart to mimic people with. So smart where they can mimic people perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach's gonna show up and ruin this, aren't they?
Yep.
Yep.
Lovely. And of course he's gonna save the day.
Hi, Kagami.
Or maybe not. What's with her? She acts like she's drunk.
To the chick.
Yeah.
She's
The way
probably
she felt-
very. She's probably
where
very
she-
shy.
fell back. She looked like she was drunk.
I don't know. And she has a fear of crowds, I think.
She does. Awesome.
Wow, wow, Tendo, you mispronounced what? Damn it, Tendo.
You caught that too.
That was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, yes. I know he's announcing like the first syllable of Bokenger, but still, they call it Bobo Sentai. No, it's Go-Go Sentai Bokenger. Hopefully my mic won't echo for stupid reasons.
Echo.
'Cause I could barely hear you in the video.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
And yet we can hear ourselves.
I couldn't hear myself. I could hear the video trying to play though.
Is no one else able to hear themselves other than me? You can't speak real quick.
Okay. No, I cannot hear it out of his.
What the heck? What is with my voice?
I heard his video echoing, but I did not hear my voice or your voice echo.
Well, I didn't hear my voice echo like... You know what I meant.
I do.
Shut up. Just hush. Just hush. Just hush.
Nope, I'm gonna talk.
I don't know why the video was echoing.
For the one person that is listening, you can obviously tell that I'm a little bit happier now. Well, I'm a lot happier now, but...
So what do we think of episode 5?
Still disappointed, but happy. It was okay.
Tendo had a good moment.
Yeah, he did.
I'll give him that. It's like, wait, a good Tendo?
Oh crap, where's my pillow? Jesus, I almost fell back.
Blasphemy is this?
Sorry, I'm getting comfortable.
And also letting out a lot of farts.
No, that was my bed.
It was a decent episode.
Yeah.
Tendo still had his dick moments. I'm like, oh, he has a nice moment for the chick that's really shy. Aw, that's sweet. Anyway, we ready to move on to episode 6?
I guess so.
Hang on.
As we're waiting on Glock.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Alright. Starting up episode 6. My Flower. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, does this mean the title? Does that mean she's actually going to go to the thing?
I don't know.
And of course, the stupid thing falls for the freaking kick that he does every freaking episode. What's with that, though? I don't remember that. Is it because he's walking the path of heaven or something?
It's his signature pose.
Okay.
You know, this would be a lot more intimidating if we didn't see the Zek Troopers lose almost every fight they've been in.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have room to talk with 6 guns pointed at you.
Oh, he does. They just don't know it. Because he's, like, the best. He's perfect, remember?
Swear they don't bring up the fact that there's 2 belts in this episode. I swear.
Okay, a random 6. Is that the name of the episode?
Yeah, it's the episode number.
Okay.
Yes. And technically he's not following. He doesn't need to follow orders because he was never ordered to do anything to begin with.
They don't have the beetle thing, so it won't work.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters because if he doesn't have the belt, he can't transform. So
He don't have that belt, though. There's 2 belts floating around.
but he didn't have the other belt to begin with. Zek still has the belt because Kagami was still wearing it when they picked him up. So now they have both belts.
She fell asleep.
Yep.
She fell asleep in the middle of freaking.
I think it's more she passed out.
What's with him and the sun?
Because he's a smart ass.
Yeah.
The first one was funny. The second one, not so much.
Yeah.
Kagami, why are you trying to deny the fact that he has the belt? There's not another belt.
Or
It
is
wouldn't be
there?
that hard to figure out.
That's just one of those things. Or is there?
That would be incredibly stupid. A chance? I think they are going to try to eliminate him. Didn't he say he wasn't going to join Zect in another episode? Okay, she's not there. He's kind of got arrested. Really? I'd say this has been the worst situation he's been in so far. Yes he will. He's lied to his sister.
Yeah, repetitively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That looks like a lot of worms.
Mm-hmm.
And one big boss worm.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there relaxed.
Yeah.
And he's just that good. Yeah, bull crap.
Yeah. It's not like she can rescue him.
Yeah, and she doesn't even know in the first place.
Yeah. No. not the one that should be saying that. He's kind of lied to you already.
She doesn't know that, does she?
No.
Exactly.
This is a big office building that apparently is not decorated at all. They seriously just gave him the food he requested.
Of course.
He's not defying headquarters because he was never given the order to begin with. Never. Not once. He was never told by headquarters, hey, don't get in the way of these guys.
No.
Just, hey, you, stop defying orders. You think Zek Troopers would be trained against that? Yes, I am totally holding a gun. It does not feel like it's my fingers in the form of a gun.
What happened? I missed it.
He distracted the guard with a wind-up chicken toy, and then made his fingers into a gun shape, put it to his back, and said, don't resist or I'll shoot. Well, isn't this convenient? Why are you taking your helmet off, you fool? Don't take your helmet off. That's how he escapes. He kicks one and then puts his foot to the other's throat, and he's escaped. Wow, these Zep troopers are really pathetic.
Yeah.
Mackerel.
Hi, Tendo.
Awesome. Everybody's unconscious.
Wait, if all of them are dead, where do all the worms go? No, she said she should have noticed that because she ran right past them.
Yeah.
So the worm is going for the belt?
No, they're going for headquarters.
Okay.
Why didn't you just say, yeah, Tendo's going to do something with the belt? Of course they do.
Here it goes.
Probably should have trusted to him from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Touching moment. And another grandmother. Is
Who
there
is
gonna
this
be...
grandmother who has all these words of wisdom? Who is she?
Yeah. We need to meet her.
I swear we need a counter for every time one of the characters refers to their grandmother.
Yeah.
Well, it's been like 1, 2, 3, 4.
6 episodes.
Did they do a grandmother thing every episode?
Yes.
So it would
Twice
be
in a couple
7. It would be 7.
Gratuitous horn brought up shot? Yep.
Yep.
They
Of
are so
course.
proud of that.
Wait for it. Boom.
That was a short fight. I mean, seriously, that was the shortest fight in this show so far.
Yeah.
He took the boss down like a boss.
You know, somebody's gonna figure it out eventually.
Yeah, he is kind of a little show-offy there.
And it's not like anyone can't see him transform.
I don't think he really cares about what everyone sees.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I think hiding the fact that he's Kabuto is kind of pointless. I mean, it's not like he can't escape.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just go meet her in person, Tendo? Why did you leave the note? Wait.
What just happened?
How did he...
And she doesn't even wonder how it happened.
How?
Don't know.
Tendo, explain to me how you pulled that shit off.
Because he's
Explain.
Tendo.
Oh, boo-hoo. No, your shoulders are pathetic. I want to call him affectionate.
Okay,
Dramatic
ominously
looking at
look
the
at the camera. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Zabi.
Who?
Zabi.
Why is he a freaking bee?
Didn't we go over this before? Because it's Zach.
It's not like insects can fix everything.
Yeah.
It's just Zach's bit. Aha, aha, I see what you did there. Okay, you're in Bokender's headquarters, and yet we don't have any of the Bokenders there.
Yeah.
Really?
What happened? I just missed that last part. Hang on, I'm gonna redo it.
Yeah, you caught that too.
Yeah. Straight into the Bokender's HQ. Like, oh, we're here. Oh, where's the Bokenders at? Oh, they're probably off doing something important, apparently. God damn it.
Yeah.
Alright. What do we think of episode 6?
What the crap?
So we're going Kabuto versus the Zabi.
Yes. It's the bee, but you can pronounce it Zabi. That's how a lot of people pronounce it.
Wow. Just wow.
And we get a cooking contest next week. Wonderful. Because that's totally necessary. Yes,
I think
let's make a cooking contest.
I think it's just to fill in gaps because they don't want the whole thing to be about him.
But he's in the cooking contest! I'm not wrong in saying that, right? He is in the cooking class.
Look that way, anyhow.
Oh.
He's
Don't you
probably
just love this Kamen Rider? You just love it.
no. I like the design. I hate the person under the mask. He will have moments of humanity and a person who gives a damn about people. But then it's like, no, I have to be a dick every other time. And also do shit for do unexplainable shit. Like he's somehow going to make her picture appear on the tower somehow.
Oh, lovely.
At this point, I still don't like the show. Tendo's still a dick. Kagami is still kind of a nice guy and kind of useless at times. The chick is kind of interesting. His sister doesn't know any. His sister is still in the dark. Zector's still a bunch of assholes. Except for the chick, because she's nice now. And now we get another rider who's like, perfect harmony! And I'm the bee, and I will defeat Kabuto! Because,
you're the bee.
you know, I could, it's like, yeah, I'm the bee. I'm going to defeat Kabuto because I need to do that. Because it's not like he's been helping us at all. Wait. He's done better than every single one of your stupid Zek Troopers. Your Zek Troopers have been slaughtered. And then, when the Zek Troopers are almost going to kill a worm, you rip it away from them. They could have killed that worm, but nope, you had to stop them because you had to go after Kabuto, and you needed that worm. Bravo, Zek. You're the most backwards thinking organization I've ever seen. You have done nothing right. Nothing. You asked him where he got a rider belt.
Yeah, forget the fact that they've still got one.
It's so laughably stupid how incompetent this organization is. It's like, yes, we have to take out Kabuto. Because he's not furthering our goals at all. Wait, he is.
Yeah. This was your pick.
I know. I also knew this is the only way I was getting through Kabuto. Like I said before, I stopped after 2 episodes. I knew the shit I was in store for after 2 episodes. I knew the show was just downhill from there. But no, apparently it gets worse. Somehow, after the 2 episodes next week, it gets worse.
Really?
I ask you, how does the show get
How
worse?
can it get worse?
How?
It's already done everything wrong.
Unless they bring up some third belt that is like also has no like history of whereabouts.
There are 3 other belt-wearing riders. By belt-wearing, I mean their henshin devices are on the belt. Oh, wait, no, 4. My bad.
So there's more than 2 belts.
But they come after the fact.
What the heck?
Alright.
Just, what the heck?
Yeah.
It could be worse. I could have picked Ryuki.
I mean, could that really be worse than? this.
Depends. Do you want a main character just a complete asshole, or do you want a main character where you question the point of him being in the show, and you wonder why the other character isn't the main character?
Uh, I, I,
I don't know why I say that, because I managed to get through more Ryuki than I did Kabuto. But still, what is the point of Ryuki in his own show? He has no purpose in the show other than to be a hero. Knight has more reason to be in this conflict than Ryuki. He has a reason to be here. Ryuki's just being here to be a hero and a complete idiot.
Who is Knight and Ryuki? I'm sorry.
Ryuki is the main character of Kamen Rider Ryuki.
Okay.
Knight is the secondary rider of Kamen Rider Ryuki.
Wait, secondary rider.
It's the technical term. The secondary rider just means the secondary rider to the main rider.
So, kind of like the secondary main character.
Yeah.
Okay.
XL is the secondary rider. It's double, birth to O's, meteor to Forza.
Okay.
It's easy to tell in Neo Heisei, but in the Heisei era where you have a lot of riders, it kind of helps to classify who's important to the plot.
I have a question. Has TV Nihon actually, done any Amazon?
I don't think so.
Dang it.
I think their show rider stuff is minimal.
Ugh.
I'm checking their torrents right now.
I'm trying to look for Amazon and I can't find any. Like, I legitly cannot find any Amazon episodes that are, subbed.
Did you not check the one group I told you that subbed it?
I tried to find it, couldn't find it on their website. It was so freaking confusing that it wasn't funny.
It's probably because a bunch of the downloader sites went down. Their links are screwed up.
I figured so.
They did Zeno, they did Shin, and that looks to be it. They haven't done any other show rider stuff, and you can only really count them, and they aren't technically shows. They're movies.
Can
There's
nobody
other groups out there.
Why can't I watch one of the few writers that I want to watch? I can't watch. Kamen Rider Amazon episode 1
Anyway.
subbed.
Yeah. That'll do it this week. But next week, we're going to pick up with the next 2 episodes of Kabuto, which are, as I pull up the episode list again, number 2 appears, and Angry Tofu.
Angry Tofu. Interesting.
That's an interesting name right there.
Anyway, that'll do it this week for
Rampant Epsilon.
Tommy Gun 2442.
I'm Peacemaker2448 saying good night, everybody. We will see you on the next round of Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks. Peace out.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks on our site, tgsr.dynDNS.org. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Our Twitter account is @TGSRiftTracks, and on Facebook you can find us at facebook.com/TGSRiftTracks. We are also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/TGSRiftTracks. Be sure to check out all videos we post there and leave comments on them. Tell us what you want to see different or anything like that. Till next time.